it's this is my last employee recognition. So each thing is my last. As my wife says, you're kind of on that farewell tour business now. So we'll see how it goes. This happens so rarely. Clerk, call the roll.
Glen Whitley, County Judge.
Here.
Roy Charles Brooks, Commissioner, Precinct 1.
Present.
You know, I had a business before I came to the county, and was one of the founding partners, so I could make things happen, but that was only within the firm. And when I came to the county, I could change, with just 2 other votes, we could change people's lives. And as I got into the county, what I realized is that the employees that we had in Tarrant County were so passionate about their jobs. I think that the private sector often looks at the government sector and says, well, those folks, they're really not out there working hard, and they're just kind of sliding by. Not the case. Not the case one bit. I found very quickly that the county employees that we have at Tarrant County are passionate about public service. They do whatever they can do to help whoever's in front of them and in whatever circumstance. So it's just great to have had that chance for the past 26 years to work with people dedicated to helping others, and also to have an opportunity in working with the county, with the cities, with nonprofits, with private companies to change people's lives in Tarrant County.
It struck me when I came here that this was kind of a family atmosphere that sort of surprised me, that people really seem to care. Has it struck you the same way?
Yes, I will tell you that over and over again, as I talk with employees on a monthly basis for our employee recognition, without question, when I ask them what they like most about the county, it is the family atmosphere. The family atmosphere within their departments, the family atmosphere within the county itself. And many of them will relate particular times in their lives when there was something that going on in their life. It could be very happy, it could be very sad. But the employees in their departments, and oftentimes in other departments, would just come around them, give them and show them the compassion that they needed at that particular moment. And it's just undescribable.
You also helped oversee what we went through with the pandemic. How do you think that changed the county?
I think everybody approached it from different ways. Unfortunately, it became a political hot potato as opposed to what it should have been, and that's just we've got a pandemic, we need to deal with it. There certainly wasn't any roadmap about okay, here's what we're going to do next, or okay, here's what you do next. Top priority was always to keep our hospitals open. We heard early on the things that were happening in New York and them having to close down their hospitals. So that was the number one priority. I think it brought us together quite a bit, not only with the hospitals, with the cities, with the school districts, and with other agencies that were providing services, but also even within the county, we helped one another out. Our jailers, our public health department, those folks were working 6-7 days a week. It was extremely hard on them, and they didn't complain. They just got in there and really did the work. And able to take part in this celebration. This will actually be my last groundbreaking. I've been around for 26 years. Michael said 2 decades. Somebody the other day said, you've been here over a quarter of a century. That sounds a lot older. I like 26 years, I like a couple of decades, a quarter of a century. Yeah, I'm not too big a fan on that. I was telling David,
You had your last groundbreaking ceremony last week. Any idea how many you've done through the years? Do you have any clue, being a CPA?
Well, being a CPA, I could say that it's. I'm sure it's well in excess of 20. I mean, we've had county buildings. We've built the family law building, the civil courts building, Lon Evans, the medical examiner. We've redone the medical examiner. We've done stuff at juvenile, sub courthouses. All of them have new sub courthouses by this point in time. So now we haven't even gotten into the transportation groundbreakings. So, we Chisholm Trail, DFW Connector, North Tarrant Express, 360. Last week it was the Southeast Connector, and those are again the major ones. Those are the big things. So I'm sure that it's in excess of 20. I had a lot of shovels over here, and I didn't get a shovel for every one of those things that I went to. But people have often said that I sometimes keep talking and keep, if they could get the shovel away from me, maybe I wouldn't dig as deep a hole as I dig myself into sometimes.
Do you think it's going to be hard to be private citizen Glen Whitley rather than Judge Whitley?
It's because I have an opinion, at least one opinion about everything. Yeah, I got a feeling that it's not going to be easy in the beginning. But people have told me, people who've done this before me have said you'll feel it begin to come off. The longer you're out of it, the easier it'll be to become that private citizen. And I'm looking forward to it. They also told me don't do anything for about the first 5 or 6. Don't obligate or commit yourself to do anything for about the first 5 or 6 months, because you'll have a lot of opportunities. I've already had people from some of these nonprofit organizations coming to me and saying, well, why don't you, we'd love to have you sit on our board. And I've said, these people told me not to do anything for the first 5 or 6 months, and I'm going to take their advice. But when I came to the county, it's where I got to know the passion for service. And having sat in both sections, the private and the public, what I found and what I remembered is what the Bible says is that we all have different gifts. And the gifts that you may see evidenced in the private sector, you may not see as evident in the public, but what you see in the public is a passion for helping people. And the 26 years that I've had the opportunity to spend in the public sector, in the public service, as I look around this room, there is no better place in this world to be than in Tarrant County.